My name is Fatima Dhalla and I'm a consultant clinical immunologist in the Oxford University Hospitals NHS Trust. I study the thymus, which is a very small niche field within immunology research. I study various facets of thymic stromal cell biology, from very fundamental aspects of their development, function and maintenance, to more translational aspects, including models of human congenital thymic disorders. So I've always had a passion for the basic science and the molecular aspects of immunology, and really the whole process of laboratory-based experimentation. I really enjoy the technical aspects, getting to use complex pieces of equipment, and particularly adopting new technologies and seeing how they can help me better answer my scientific questions. From a day-to-day basis, I actually really enjoy working with my hands and the focus and attention to detail and problem solving that are often required to get through a long experiment. More than anything else, I find the process of putting together results from a number of different experiments or even distinct projects into a single overarching narrative deeply satisfying, because for me, the most important part of science is seeing how your incremental research findings fit into a bigger picture. So my weeks are very varied, with a mixture of clinical work, research and teaching, and really no 2 weeks are quite the same. I spend one predictable day each week working as an NHS consultant, clinical immunologist, and for this I currently work within a diagnostic immunology service. For the rest of the week, I spend 4 days doing research, and what I do in my research time is really diverse and can include designing, planning, conducting and analysing complex experiments. Because I study rare thymic stromal cells, our experiments are often very long and technically demanding. I also spend time having meetings to discuss data and collaborations, learning about new technologies, giving presentations, attending research seminars and conferences, and writing scientific papers and applications. Thymic disorders are pretty rare, so I feel that my contribution to patient care is more on a national or international scale. I contribute to setting current best practices and the direction of the field by taking part in international clinical working groups and in clinical guideline writing. And I'm often contacted to give an expert opinion on the relevance of novel genetic findings in patients with suspected congenital thymic defects, and these questions come from around the globe. In the future, I feel that there's great potential for further clinical translation within the field of thymic biology, not only for patients with rare congenital thymic defects, but also in the more common conditions such as age-related thymic involution, where boosting thymic function could improve immune responses to infections and vaccinations for older patients, and also in the context of autoimmune diseases and other scenarios where manipulating T-cell tolerance might be clinically beneficial. A career in clinical immunology lends itself very well to taking on something else alongside standard clinical practice, whether that be in basic science, translational or clinical research, in teaching, in working with scientific journals or with industry, or even in policy making. I think that taking on something additional alongside your clinical practice provides great balance and variety in your day-to-day working life, but ultimately it gives you more choice and flexibility when it comes to choosing your career path. As clinical immunologists, our educational backgrounds and professional training provide us with a really solid understanding of the molecular and cellular processes that underpin the normal functioning of the immune system and that go awry in the clinical conditions that we treat. Added to that, many of our patients have understudied and very rare conditions whose underlying mechanisms and best treatments are as yet incompletely defined. As such, we are best placed to tackle the most clinically and scientifically relevant questions for our patient cohorts.